Alright, so in this little planting area up here, I've got a couple of things. This is a prairie spiderwort, or possibly western spiderwort. I'm not really sure exactly which one. They look so much alike. This plant should be able to handle the winter without any special consideration. The Italian irises behind me here, those have been able to handle the winter with no problem so far. But this plant right in front of me, an aloe vera, won't handle the winter at all. I've got it planted out here at the moment, but if it's going to survive the winter, I'm going to have to bring it in. Ooh, those roots. I have to be very, very careful here because I don't want to break too many roots. This plant is the one that had some issues indoors and had lost a portion of its root system. It had actually lost all of its roots before I rescued it and rehabbed it and brought it out here. Gonna get up underneath it with a hory-hory knife. Wow, this soil is really, really loose over here. Okay, there we go. I've got it up and out. I've got a bulb here of some sort. A few bulbs. Look at this. I'm not sure what these are. These might be daffodils. I know I planted some daffodils nearby here, so these might be some daffodils that were part of that planting. I'm just going to go ahead and recover them. These bulbs should survive the winter without any difficulty. Didn't realize they were there. And we'll put the mulch back where it came from. Alright, let's have a look. So, aloe vera plant, much better root system. We even have a little bit of fungal activity going on here. That's nice. Ooh, and it's starting to make a pup right there. That's cool. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and open up a spot here, the potting mix, and nestle this aloe vera plant down in there. Get the roots covered good. Just like so. All right. Press, firm it up a little bit. Now this plant can be brought in and placed in an eastern facing window so it can get some sunlight during the winter. Put a little bit of water in here to water it, and a plate underneath to catch any excess, and it'll keep on going all through the winter. It'll survive. It looks a lot better than it did last year, doesn't it?
Mary broke it.
True. Now I've already done some groundwork here with these pieces of rebar. We put them in at about 24 inches. Flip this around so we can see properly. We got them in at about 24 inches. There's 24 inches there. That one's about 20. We have these about 2 feet off of the ground. Now I've got one more thing we're going to use here. Let me show you. All right, I've gone ahead and brought you under the carport here so you can stay dry while I work. I have some 1/2 inch PEX tubing here. I got this for $30 at the local Atwoods. They sold 5-foot segments of this at $2 a piece, and I did the math. If I wanted to make 5-foot segments out of this 100-foot piece of PEX here, I could get 20 of those, which would be about $40 worth, but I could get this for $30, so I figured that's a bargain. I measured off 4 feet of tubing with my measuring stick, and I have here my PVC pipe cutters. These are 2.5 inch PVC pipe cutters, which is more than I need to cut the PEX tubing. Right there at my measurement mark. Easy as can be. And now I've got the top half of my hoop, which fits over that rebar. Given my recent experience with the wind blowing over the camera and breaking it, I had to take some extra precautions to anchor the camera down on the ground there. It's mighty windy out today. really windy out. If I did my math right, and I sure hope I did, if I did my math right, with 2 feet of rebar and 4 feet of pegs, 2 feet on each side of rebar, 4 feet of pegs, this should be a grand total of 8 foot for the cover area, and that makes a foot on either side for me to anchor this rope off. If the wind will let me. The wind may not let me do it. Let's see if I can do something about that. Let's take this and fold it over on the back side here. And put a brick there. Another brick there. All right. My potatoes and carrots and radishes, and I think I got some celery going too. Well, those aren't the only things that need protection from the frost. I've got these sweet potato vines down here at my feet. Now, I've already harvested the sweet potatoes, but knowing what I know about sweet potatoes and their vines, I can take my trusty knife here, find a piece of vine, cut it off like so. Right, now I'm going to take the lower leaves and just pull them right off of the vine, just like that. And now if I take this and I put it in a bucket of water, it'll establish roots, and I can keep a sweet potato vine going all throughout the winter. As a matter of fact, using the magic of internet, I can show you what happens within about a week or two after you do that. Well, looky there. All of these vines have already rooted. And now essentially I'm growing sort of a crack key hydroponic sweet potato vines throughout the winter, which I use to produce sweet potato slips by taking a pint jar, filling it full of water, putting this black koozie around the bottom of it to keep the root zone dark, and putting it in a southern facing window. This koozie was brought to us courtesy of our friend Tim at Ridge Life. Go Ridge Life. And look at this. We've already got roots forming on this sweet potato slip. So we're already making sweet potato slips for next year. Sweet potatoes aren't the only plant that we're rescuing for the winter. If you recall last year, I grew some pepper plants indoors. I actually started them and grew them indoors throughout the winter. I didn't get the results I was really looking for, although the bell peppers did actually produce peppers for me, which is nice. But this year, I want to do something just a little bit different. I've got a cayenne pepper plant here with peppers on it. They're about ready to pick. And if I leave it out here much longer, the cold's going to do it in. So I'm going to grab it, pull it out of the ground, put it into this pot, which I got for free because somebody threw it away because it had a little chip in it. Other than that, it's a perfectly good pot. Let's go ahead and bring this in and keep that in a nice sunny location throughout the winter. Maybe I'll be able to harvest more peppers because, as you see, it's still producing flowers. If it can get over the shock of being transplanted, I think we'll have a winner. Okay, there we go. Here, pot it up. And I'm going to go ahead and add a stake here, and we'll flip that off. Did I mention it's really windy? It's really windy out. I mean, really, really windy. All right, let's get everything watered in. And I saw a box elder bug that's crawling on my pepper plant. I guess we're gonna have to add cayenne peppers to the list of plants that box elder beetles like to munch on. And as always, good people, if you found this video informative or entertaining, well, you know what to do. I'll catch you next time.